Hi there everyone, this is JC De Guzman for our daily top 5 gainers and top 5 losers analysis for September 27th, Friday, to prepare you for the next trading day on Monday, September 30th, the last trading day of the month. Time flies so fast, a few more days to go, it's going to be October. So let me just give you the usual 3 reminders before we jump into the first stock in today's video. Number 1, this video is for short-term trading purposes only. Number 2, before you do a test buy, before you top up, please post a request for your stock's latest trade and volume distribution and true market sentiment charts in our private clients forum so that we can give you the latest data-driven analysis and sentiment for your stock. And lastly, make sure that the stock has a valid 10 MACD combo and a bullish momentum power indicator. And of course, make sure that you're satisfied with your reward to risk ratio before you do a test buy within the dominant range, not at any random price. So let us begin now. So I'm going to give you my unique way of doing data and technical analysis, and of course I will give you my overall sentiment and recommendations regardless whether you already have a position or you are yet to buy that specific stock. And the first one in our list is Sun. So let's take a look at Sun. It closed on Friday at 0.93, support is at 0.84, resistance is at 99. We can round it up to 1 peso per share. And volume is very outstanding. It's promising. It's obviously higher than the 100% of the stock's 10-day volume average. And by the way, the 10 MACD combo is not yet valid because even though the last price is already higher than the 10 SMA, MACD is still moving below the signal line. Risk level is moderate given with its historical volatility score of 55%. The upward momentum is still strong based on its DMI and ADX chart. Well, of course, with respect to how it has ascended since June, since around May to June of this year. But let's take a look at the most recent scores. Today's scores, Friday. The last price is higher than the VWAP and the dominant range is closer to the intraday high than the intraday low. You have to ignore 0.87 here because obviously this is a cross trade. So the legit ones are the ones between 0.93 to 1.02. The true market sentiment is neutral, and by the way, it's a bullish momentum power indicator despite the VWAP. It's a bullish momentum power indicator despite the invalid 10 MACD combination. Okay, now again, the true market sentiment is neutral on Friday. So meaning to say, they were not that aggressive, they were not so excited to buy the price closer to the higher than 0.93. They were just taking it easy, so to say. My overall sentiment remains bullish for Sun, but if you have a position and if your trailing stop loss has not been hit yet, it is best for you to hold your position for now. Don't top up yet. The 10 MACD combo is still invalid. And if you are planning to enter a new position just because the momentum power indicator is bullish, I suggest that you check your reward to risk ratio first. At this point, the last price is already relatively closer to the immediate resistance than the immediate support. So that's not going to be an attractive reward to risk ratio for you. In other words, you are better off waiting for a pullback closer to the support or for a breakout higher than the resistance, and then you reassess if the buy signals are still present, if the ascent in price is still more likely to continue, etc. And we can help you with that. That's why you have an access to our private clients forum. Every time I record a video, I keep on reminding you to take advantage, maximize your access to our private clients forum, because we don't answer technical, we don't answer analysis requests via email or Facebook, just in our private clients forum. Let's move on to the next stock in our list. We have FGEN. It closed today at 24.6 support. The support that I consider here is somewhere near 23.8 as a precursor to 22.9, both of which are at the 50% and 38.2% retracements respectively of the up Fibonacci. That's the support. Resistance is at 25.9 in confluence with a 78.6% retracement of the up Fibonacci also. Foreign fund is registered a net foreign selling worth 11.51 million pesos. Volume is higher than the 50% of the stock's 10-day volume average. It's also a green volume bar. And unfortunately, the 10 SMACD combo remains invalid. Why? The last price is still moving below the 10 SMA and MACD is still moving below the signal line. Risk level is low and the downtrend is still strong based on the DMI and ADX chart. The last price is higher than the VWAP and the dominant range is closer to the intraday high than the intraday low. So despite the invalid 10 SMACD combo, it's a bullish momentum power indicator. Unfortunately, it's a bearish true market sentiment. It seems here that, based on my data-driven observation, it seems that the descent in price is still more likely to continue. So what does that mean for you if you have FGEN? If you have FGEN and you're telling me that your trailing stop loss has not been hit yet, therefore you must be kidding me. Okay, just kidding. Now, let's assume you really have FGEN and your trailing stop loss has not been hit yet. Then I suggest that you don't top up yet. Hold your position, don't top up yet. Wait for the 10 SMACD combo to become valid and for the momentum power indicator to remain bullish. Now, if you are planning to enter a new position, postpone that plan. Wait for the 10 SMACD combo to become valid, and once that happens, check if the momentum power indicator is still bullish. And if those two conditions are met on your favor, you have to calculate your reward to risk ratio. If you are satisfied with your triple R, you have to do trade and volume distribution analysis so that you can identify where the dominant range is. And don't worry, we can help you with all of that. Just learn how to ask in our private clients forum. Review the quick start guide so that you know how to post, where you should not post, etc. Okay? Next, WLCON. It closed today at 16.58 rather. The support level that I consider here is somewhere near 15.8, which is in confluence with the 78.6% retracement of the Fibonacci. Resistance is somewhere near 17.4. Volume is less than the 50% of the stock's 10-day volume average. Oh no, so that makes a bearish momentum power indicator already because it does not satisfy one of the 4 criteria of the momentum power indicator for it to become bullish. The 10 SMACD combo is invalid, by the way, because MACD is still moving below the signal line even though the last price is already higher than the 10 SMA. Foreign fund is registered a net foreign buying worth 7.11 million pesos. Risk level is low and the upward momentum is still not very strong. It's still in a topsy-turvy manner, so to say. The last price of WLCON is higher than the VWAP, but because of the unmet condition for the volume, the last volume bar, it's going to be a bearish momentum power indicator. The true market sentiment seems to agree with that because they are anemic, so to say, today because of that neutral true market sentiment. So, if you have WLCON and if your trailing stop loss has not been hit yet, it's best to hold your position but don't top up until the momentum power indicator becomes bullish, until the 10 SMACD combo becomes valid again. seek our assistance in doing analysis, in analyzing this stock through our private clients forum. If you are planning to enter a new position, hold on, wait for the 10 MACD combo to become valid, especially for the momentum power indicator to become bullish. Okay, again, wait for the 10 MACD combo to become valid and for the momentum power indicator to become bullish again. After WLCON, let's talk about SLI, Santa Lucia Land Incorporated. It closed today at 2.57. Support is at 2.46 as a precursor to 2.33, both of which are in confluence with a 78.6% and 61.8% retracements respectively of the up Fibonacci. Resistance is near 2.62 as a precursor to the psychological resistance at 3.09, which is in confluence with a 61.8% extension of the up Fibonacci. Foreign fundies registered a net foreign selling worth 89,000 pesos on Friday. So I should have not mentioned that because it's an insignificant amount, relatively speaking. The last volume bar is higher than the 50% of the stock's 10-day volume average, and the last price is higher than the 10 SMA already. Let's take a look at MACD. It's still moving below the signal line. What does that mean? It's still an invalid 10 MACD combo. Risk level is low, and the last price closed higher than the VWAP, and the dominant range is closer to the intraday high than the intraday low. That's a bullish momentum power indicator, but don't forget that the 10 MACD combo is still invalid, and the true market sentiment is bearish. So I take that as zero appetite to participate significantly in terms of buying SLI at a higher price. What am I referring to again? It's the bearish true market sentiment. So if you have SLI and if your trailing stop loss has not been hit yet, I suggest that you hold your position, don't top up yet. And if you're planning to enter a new position, I suggest that you wait for the 10 MACD combo to become valid. Once SLI breaks above 2.62, I think by that time, MACD should have already crossed above the signal line. So be on a wait and see mode and wait for a confirmation for the 10 MACD combo's revalidation. Don't hurry. Next, GSMI. It closed today at 47.8. The support that I consider is somewhere near 41.8, which is aligned to the 38.2% retracement of the up Fibonacci. Resistance is somewhere near 50.2. It's aligned to the 61.8% retracement of the up Fibonacci as well. The last price is still moving below the signal line, and MACD is also moving below the, let's say that again. The last price is moving below the 10 SMA, and MACD is still moving below the signal line. Therefore, it's an invalid 10 MACD combo. Foreign investors registered a net foreign buying worth 2.6 million pesos. It's a relatively low amount. And volume is higher than the 50% of the stock's 10-day volume average. Risk level is low. The last price is higher than the VWAP, and the dominant range is closer to the intraday high than the intraday low. It's a bullish momentum power indicator, but don't forget it's an invalid 10 MACD combo. So your buy signal is not completely bullish in this case. It's quite neutral. The true market sentiment is bearish, and that does not help in creating a high conviction call to trade GSMI at this point, at least for now. So if you have GSMI and if your trailing stop loss has not been hit yet, it's best for you to hold your position. Don't average down, don't top up yet. And if you are planning to enter a new position, I suggest that you wait for the 10 MACD combo to become valid again before you pursue that plan. Next, Mega World. It closed today at 4.46. What did I tell you in the previous video? I told you that the descent in price was still more likely to continue, and it proves that based on what transpired today. It closed at 4.46. Support is at 4.12 or at 4 pesos per share. Yeah, 4 pesos per share. Resistance is somewhere near 5 pesos per share, which is aligned to the 38.2% retracement of the up Fibonacci. Wow, it's a towering red volume bar. From here, it's already a bearish momentum power indicator. And foreign investors registered a net foreign selling worth 163 million pesos. Wow. That speaks volume when it comes to saying that the descent in price is still more likely to continue. The 10 MACD combo is invalid, risk level is moderate, and the downtrend in price and the downtrend momentum is still very strong as verified by the DMI and ADX chart. The last price is already lower than the VWAP, and all in all, it's a bearish momentum power indicator like what I've already said. It's also a bearish true market sentiment. Therefore, I don't need to have a deep analysis on MEG for me to say that the descent in price is more likely to continue. Stay away from Mega World. Okay, stay away. For now. Okay, not forever. Next, Abacor. It closed on Friday at 0.89. Support is at 0.87 as a precursor to 0.74. Resistance is at 1.09. It's a bearish momentum power indicator. Foreign fundies registered a net foreign selling worth 4.72 million pesos. The 10 MACD combo is also invalid already. Risk level is high. This is not a newbie friendly stock. Alright? Remember, this is not a newbie friendly stock at this point. It's a bearish momentum power indicator like what I've already said. It's a neutral true market sentiment. So don't enter a new position on Abacor. And if you have it and your trailing stop loss has not been hit yet, I suggest that you reduce the percentage of risk that you have applied in calculating your trailing stop loss. Sell if you must, if your recalculated TSL will be hit after recalculating it. Okay? After Abacor, Pepsi. Pepsi closed on Friday at 1.72. Support is at 1.55. Resistance is at 1.95. And the 10 MACD combo is invalid. The momentum power indicator is bearish. Risk level is high. This is not a newbie friendly stock also. So the true market sentiment is bearish. Stay away from Pepsi as well. Don't enter a new position. I am bearish on Pepsi. Next, APC. It closed at 0.63. It's at the brink of breaking below that exact same support level, 0.63. If it breaks below 0.63, that will make that price point as its immediate resistance, and the new immediate support will be 0.49. Foreign fundies registered a net foreign selling worth 3.4 million pesos. The 10 MACD combo is no longer valid. It's invalid therefore, and the momentum power indicator is bearish. The risk level is extremely high. Newbies, this is not for you. The true market sentiment is neutral, so my overall sentiment is bearish for APC. If you have had APC and your trailing stop loss has not been hit yet, I suggest that you reduce the percentage of risk applied in calculating your trailing stop loss. Sell if you must. If not everything, do it in tranches. But don't enter a new position right now. If you attended the Evergreen Strategy Seminar review handouts, I wrote a note as to when and how you should reduce the percentage of risk applied in calculating your trailing stop loss when signs of a weakening upward momentum are spotted. After APC is BRN. BRN closed today at 0.85. Support is at 0.78. Resistance is at 0.86. The 10 MACD combo is no longer valid. The momentum power indicator is bearish. The risk level is high. This is not for you newbies. and the true market sentiment is bearish. So it's still more likely for BRN to continue its descent below the previous support at 0.86 towards 0.78. So if you have had BRN, I suggest that you hold your position for now, or recalculate by adjusting or reducing the percentage of risk applied in calculating your trailing stop loss. Sell a few tranches as well if you have a sizable holdings. But if your total holdings on BRN is less than, let's say, 10,000 pesos, I discourage you from selling in tranches because it will just hit you hard because of the taxes and fees. Again, don't divide your holdings in tranches if it's anywhere less than 10,000 pesos. Anywhere less than 20,000 pesos even. That's better. So again, don't divide it into tranches if the total market value of your holdings on that particular stock is less than 20,000 pesos. That's what I personally practice. Okay? Taxes and fees will kill you if you will still divide into tranches, if your holdings is only less than 20,000 pesos. Moving forward, avoid BRN for now. Don't enter a new position. It's still more likely to continue moving toward the southward direction. Oh, that's it. The last stock in today's video. So this Saturday, September 28th, I'll be in Makati from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Ayala Tower 1, First Metro Securities' office. So if you still would like to walk in, make sure that you register first so that you will receive an automated email that contains the instructions on how much you need to pay and how to pay. And yeah, you can walk in. So there you go. Just go to our website and then click on seminars and then click on Makati and then you register. So I hope to see you there. Some of you have already bought their tickets, so I'll be happy to discuss the complete blueprint of my evergreen strategy, which is applicable for short-term trading and also for long-term investing. This Saturday, it's already Saturday technically speaking. It's 1:15 in the morning already. Again, my name is JC De Guzman. I wish you a profitable and a disciplined trading day next week. Always be evergreen. Bye for now.